What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, I had a comment the other day on my previous rendition of this video that said it's time for an updated list. Must-own fragrances from Paris Corner. It's like, you know what? It's actually a lot of them that have changed in the list. Like, a lot, because over this year, they put out a lot of fragrances that have been really, really good, that have jumped into, especially like the first one we're going to start with that I'm going to put in the thumbnail that everybody like relates to me at this point is Coconut Lagoon. I mean, that's a prime example right there. So, yeah, Paris Corner's been putting out some really good stuff. So these are 10 that I feel are must-own if you're doing some shopping over at Aroma Concepts, which is where pretty much all of these came from. You can find them down in the link below with the discount code. Of course, you don't have to pay for anything and buy anything if you don't want to. You can just watch the video. It's just there in case you do want to do some shopping, because, again, that's where all these came from. It's a good spot to buy some Paris Corner fragrances for sure. They distribute for them. So let's dive into my 10 personal favorites that I think will shock some of my regulars and has definitely changed from the previous video. So stay tuned. Like I mentioned before, we're starting off hot with Paris Corner's Coconut Lagoon in their Ministry of Gourmand line. You can see the rather large dent in the bottle. I wear this one pretty much weekly. I like to use it with because I shave it once to twice a week, depending how the week shakes out. But I use a shave set from Sphinx Beard that's a Virgin Island water inspired set, and that smells like Virgin Island water, whereas this is more of a sugary sweet, hence why it's in the Gourmand collection. This is sugary sweet citruses and caramel and vanilla. It's not boozy. It's not really a pina colada or anything. Like, it's not really Virgin Island water. Like, that's the thing you can kind of closest relate it to it, but it's really not. It's really not, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's a playful fragrance. It just smells incredible. Like the way the sugary sweetness comes across with the citruses, it smells like Skittles, and then it's a candied coconut. It's not a sunscreen coconut. It's more like artificial coconut you find in candy bars, think Almond Joy and such. A little bit of caramel, and the vanilla's not like on the creamy side. It's a little creamy as it dries, but man, this is some really good stuff. Perfectly unisex, just a fun fragrance to wear for anything. It's great out the shower. That's what the hell I love wearing it for. And kind of an average performer. It sells out quick from different places, you know, but this came from Paris Corner. They had sent it my way beginning of the year, and I fell in love with this fragrance. Like I said, it's the one with the biggest dent in this video by far, because it's in my weekly rotation almost every single week. It goes on stretches where it's like 6-7 weeks in a row before I end up not using it once. But yeah, big stamp of approval from me on this one with Paris Corner's Coconut Lagoon. Now, this is a new one they just released, and I noticed Paris Corner and Aroma Concepts doing a lot of advertising on social media for this one. And I get it. I mean, there's two of them. They have Perseviron, which is an Altair clone. Then you got Perseviron Fig Hug, which is the better of the two. This is supposed to be similar to some Born to Stand Out fig fragrance, but it's a little milky, creamy. It's fruity. It's citrusy. It's powdery. There's a little bit of green, a little bit of spice. It's really, really good. This one's so impressive to me. I love the way it smells. That is just so good. It's the right amount of juiciness to the fig and the citruses, where it's not too sweet, it's not too bitter, but it's bright, and it's just, I mean, it's not overly creamy, but it is a little on the lactonic creamy side of things, especially as it starts to settle in a bit. But man, this is like really, really good. Anybody that's into fig and likes creamier fragrances overall will probably like this one quite a bit. It's got a little bit of a woody backbone in the drop, a little bit in the backdrop, a little bit of musk. Like, there's some layers to this one. But it's not the most complex fragrance out there either, and it's not linear. It's not the start to finish same fragrance, so it does have some development. The quality here is decent. Performance is really good. I wouldn't call it a beast, but definitely above average, and it's one of their newer releases. And for Paris Corner, Perseveron Fig Hug. This is one of 3 from a new version of their L'Or d'Espoir line, which is mostly Louis Vuitton clones, but this one in particular is Serene Grove. Now, Serene Grove smells like Pacific Chill, but not identically. This is more of a twist. The citruses are different. The fruitiness is different, but it's still green and aquatic. Very fresh, average range, slightly above average range in longevity. Not too loud of a fragrance. It depends on how much you spray, really. Boy, boy, does it smell good. It's even like a little minty, the way the green comes across on this one. Definitely adds to a lot of the freshness that you're going to get in the opening of this fragrance. This is a beauty, and I love this green frosted color to this bottle. I like that they changed the bottles. I'm a fan of this one. The Rose Oud one is good, but I've been Rose Oud fragranced to death in my collection, so getting something like this, and the next one actually, we got Memories of Summer in here as well. 2 of the 3 from the line, the 2 fresh ones, strongly encourage you to check those out, especially if you want, like Pacific Chill is a hot fragrance to dupe right now, but this one is a little bit of a twist. It's not exactly, like it's not apricot, it's not the same fruitiness. It actually doesn't have as much of a feminine lean as Pacific Chill, honestly, because I know a lot of people find Pacific Chill a little feminine because of the apricot, but I have Pacific Chill, I think it's amazing. But this, I think, even if you have Pacific Chill, is less redundant than getting something like a Rare Reef, which is amazing. That's an amazing clone of it, but this is even more of a twist. So definitely worth checking out, in my opinion. It's Serene Grove. And as I mentioned a moment ago, in the same line, Frosted Yellow glass this time. We got Memories of Summer. This is supposed to be LV Symphony. I've never smelled Symphony, so I don't know. The packaging had lemons on it, just all over the place. It's got a lemon yellow color to the bottle, but it's like grapefruit and bergamot. But it smells like lemonade. Lemonade with this nice crisp like opening. Then there's this warm ginger that starts to settle in. I relate it to like Y Eau Fraiche, for those of you that are familiar with that discontinued beautiful Y flanker from YSL. The one with the white to baby blue gradients. That it's amazing. So it was like a warm lemon smell. It was lemon and ginger, similar to how this is. This is fantastic. Another average performer, not on the weaker side, not on the beastly side. But crisp, bright, invigorating, super uplifting and fresh. This is such a good one. And definitely a high heat summer, or anytime you just want to wear something fresh and uplifting, kind of a mood boosting kind of fragrance if you're into citruses. And like I said, there's a coziness to it because of the ginger. The ginger doesn't really make it spicy. It definitely warms it up though. If anything, adds to the brightness. Sometimes ginger can add a little bit of a crispness to a fragrance, which that's probably what's doing it for me. It smells like lemon, doesn't list lemon. It smells like lemonade specifically. But regardless, it smells great. It's Memories of Summer. Personal favorite cherry fragrance of mine. I forgot exactly which fragrance. I think Dazzling Cherry or something like that. It's supposed to be cloning. Whatever. It's in the Ophidian line. It's called Black Cherry. I absolutely love it. It's a little bit of an oud wood funk, spicy, smoky type of black cherry. It's not a feminine cherry fragrance. This is probably the most masculine cherry fragrance I have. Oh, but the cherry's juicy, though. Oh, I love cherry in a fragrance. I really do. But most of the time, cherry-dominant fragrances have a bit of a feminine lean. Not always the case. Some are amazing. Think French Defense from Mind Games. Obviously, night and day difference in price range from something like this. But, God, it's just kind of hovering right here. So freaking good. I am such a fan. If you're a fan of cherry fragrances, you kind of owe it to yourself. Check this one out if you're doing a little shopping on Paris Corners options. They have a Lost Cherry clone that's even more feminine than Lost Cherry. I think it's trash, actually. I have that bottle is on this shelf right here. In the middle of that pile, there's a bunch of Paris Corner fragrances right there on that shelf. It's complete trash. I wouldn't recommend it. It's the one that they kind of ripped off the Lost Tom Ford bottle. It's junk. Don't get that. If you want some good cherry from Paris Corner, this is some good cherry from Paris Corner. Smoky, woodsy, a little funky and spicy. Beautiful stuff. Really good performer, too. This one's stout on my skin. It's Ophidian Black Cherry. Now, when I tell you what this is a dupe of, it may surprise you that I actually recommend this over the original. Very few times will you hear me recommend a clone over an original, especially when they're both this cheap. Issey Miyake Le Sel d'Essai EDT, the one that came out in 2024, it was just kind of okay. I felt it was a generic fragrance. Why would Paris Corner dupe that? You can get that fragrance for like 40, 50 bucks. This one's just a little bit less. This is Zodiac Solmaris. It's an eau de parfum concentration. Now, they do have an eau de parfum that came out this year of Le Sel d'Essai that I haven't tried. And it better be better than this. Because this is way better, I find. It's richer. It's smoother. The aquatic notes come across a bit better. The citruses are brighter. I just love the way this one smells. And it's a really good performer. I do think this outperforms the Issey Miyake Le Sel d'Essai EDT. This is a good one. It's a soapy, salty aquatic with citruses, a little bit of green, very musky, very, very clean, musky dominant fragrance. It's just bright, fresh, everyday wear. Clean and dapper if you like fresh fragrances. This is really good. For me, absolute must own. I love this one. I can't believe I love this one the way I do because I really didn't care for the original. And I'm a huge Issey Miyake fan. I got a ton of Issey Miyake fragrances. Even their like average fragrances are actually pretty damn good when it comes to Issey Miyake. Big fan here. For them to clone that one, I was like, that's kind of weird. And I didn't even know going into it was supposed to be a clone of it until I smelled it. And I was like, that's so familiar. And I managed to figure it out. And when I put them side by side, I was like, I actually like the Paris Corner one more than the original. Did not expect that to happen, but yeah. This. You're looking for a nice, clean, soapy aquatic that's not too generic, but I mean, it doesn't reinvent the wheel here either. But if you like that style, it's actually a really good one. Performance is good too. It is in the Zodiac line. This is called Solmaris. Now, another one in this Mauge line people would expect me to have, because I did praise Moscow Mule. Moscow Mule is fantastic. It's a Blue Moon Ginger Splash from by Killian. People related to Nautical Voyage. Similar opening. It's a way deeper fragrance with ginger and stuff like that. But I get the relation to Nautical Voyage. But Appletini is the one. This is the superior fragrance. So this is supposed to be apple brandy on the rocks. And the thing I like to relate it to the most is if you took Boss Bottled Intense EDP, the famed discontinued Boss Bottled Flanker, the greatest Boss Bottled Flanker ever, and make it boozy, you get this. Really good performance. It's rich, it's smooth, it's sweet, it's spicy, it's boozy. It's lovely. It's great for this time of year, too. At the recording of this, we just moved into fall. I don't know if you're watching this in the future, but God, that smells so freaking good. Like the bottles, too. Has kind of that cocktail glass kind of look to it, kind of like the by Killian fragrances. But, man, good stuff right here. I can't recommend, I've recommended this one so many times. I don't know if the last time I did this video topic it was in it or not. This might have stayed and held firm. I don't know how long ago that was. But as you'll notice so far, a lot of the fragrances in this video have changed if you saw that previous one. But yeah, I strongly encourage this one. If you want something boozy, sweet, fruity, nice and warm, I think it's actually perfectly unisex. Leans masculine, but I think ladies will totally enjoy this one if they like this style fragrance. A lot of apple, obviously. It's Mauge Appletini. I don't know what this is duping. The thing I related to it most is something along the lines of Dolce Melodia from Sospiro, because it has that orange juice smell to it, like the texture and all that good stuff. It's not duping that. It's not exactly the same, but kind of similar style fragrance. This is Indomitable from Paris Corner, hippy dippy style artwork. Very like VW bus kind of stuff from 1971 kind of shit. With this, you know, peace, love, and rock and roll kind of shit going on here. But the fragrance, oh man, if you like orange. Orange is my favorite citrus in fragrances. My favorite fruit note being mango. My favorite citrus being mainly mandarin orange, but I'll take blood orange, whatever. I like orange. This is so good. It's got some sharpness to it, and then it kind of settles. It's a little acidic and sharp, and then it kind of settles into a creaminess that kind of gives this pulp-free Sunny Delight more so than regular orange juice. Now, Sunny Delight's not quite orange juice, but it's you know, starts off more realistic to orange juice because of the, like I said, that acidity of the way the orange comes across. But then once it starts to getting creamy, it starts smelling more like Sunny D. Sunny D. I mean, come on, come on. Tastes great. Turns out, fragrance that smells like it smells great. Decent performer too. Not a beast, but average-ish. Even slightly above with longevity. Bright, fun, fresh, casual fragrance, perfectly unisex. Again, orange fragrance lovers, this is the one. I'm telling you, this is the one. This is Indomitable. This one I recommend specifically. I think this was in the video last time because I'm going to keep recommending it. Because 1 Million Prive is one of the greatest autumn season fragrances ever, and it's discontinued. Bottles are expensive from eBay. And Milano Prive in the Pandora Sense line is the same fragrance. It's almost like they poured it in a different bottle. Now, I always state this because I want people to know that I don't wear this. I wore it a few times for testing, which made me understand, yes, this is the one to recommend because I have 2 bottles of 1 Million Prive. And I have well over 2,000 fragrances. So much good shit in my collection doesn't get worn enough. So when I want 1 Million Prive, I'm just going to wear the real deal because it's like I got 2 bottles of it, right? 250 mLs. So, but for those of you that don't have 1 Million Prive, that's why I have this. That's why I bought it. That's why I tested it. And turns out, yes, this is the one I can recommend. It's always in that $20 to $25 range from discounters online. It's cheap. It's a well above average performer. It's ambery, sweet, cinnamon spiced tobacco. It's really freaking good. Think all the shades of the fall harvest, the oranges, the browns, the faded reds, the yellows, all of those colors come alive when you smell this fragrance. This is quarter zips, this is turtlenecks, this is Thanksgiving, this is all of that. This is all of that. So yeah, even though I don't wear it because I have the original, if you don't have the original, get this for 25 bucks. It is that good. This is one of the best fragrances, one of the best dupes they've ever done, in my opinion. It's Milano Prive. And speaking of fun fragrances, while not the most accurate dupe out there, it's still a fun fragrance. It's so bright, it's fresh, it leans feminine, it's out of the norm, it's thinking outside of the box for everyone that's not a lady, obviously. But it's Khair Pistachio. What a fun fragrance. It's got some sweet rum. It's got this minty geranium, obviously pistachio gelato, minty green, cotton candy, whipped cream, cinnamon. It's got all kinds of shit. There's this smorgasbord, ridiculous amount of notes, and you get a lot of them. There's layers to this fragrance. While it's still very bright, it's not a creamy fragrance like you might think when you look at the note breakdown. The original, a creamier fragrance than this. But this is just fun, fresh, casual night out. Anytime fragrance for the ladies that like a fun, kind of playful fragrance. It's very playful. This is just fun night out. I wouldn't wear this on a date. I wouldn't wear this to work. But if you just want something different, something that's just a pure joy to sniff, it's this. It's this. It's so good every time. Every freaking time I spray it. We're going to get it on skin. This is the one that's going on skin. It's just so uplifting. It'll put a smile on your face, at least for me. And I know a lot of people, hell, one of my childhood friends that's really into fragrance. He loves this shit. He got a bottle off my recommendation like a year or so ago. This might have been in the previous video too, because this is one I'll continue to recommend. Look, if you want to spend the money, get the KLE. The original is the best way to go, especially in this situation. But this is just so bright and fresh when you compare it to it. It's so affordable. It's a monster performer. This stuff's beastly. You don't need a lot of sprays, and it lasts a long-ass time. It's really strong. This is one of the beasts in the video for sure. And it's just fun. It's spicy. It's ice cream. It's pistachio. Got that nutty creaminess to it. It's a little boozy, you know. It's whipped, airy, fresh. It's because it's got that cotton candy type sweetness to it. Oh, man. What a good one. What a fun one, right? It's the one that ended up getting sprayed on skin. That should tell you a lot right there. I didn't necessarily save the best for last, but the one I would consider the most fun fragrance of the bunch, I did save for last. So, again, from Paris Corner in their Khair line, which they got a lot in this line at this point. I think the best one still is Khair Pistachio. Well, that was the 10. We could have did more than 10. I debated on doing 15, but I want to keep the number well-rounded to 10. I believe it was 10 for the last video. So shout out to the guy that recommended it, because most of the time if I get one request, it's like I write off one request. It's when I start hearing it multiple times that I start considering doing the video. Whereas when he said it, I looked at it and was like, he's not wrong. A lot of my thoughts have changed. Like what I would consider must own, must grab, must buy from them has changed. Even though the stuff in the previous video was still bangers, it's these 10 at the moment for me, because they keep putting out new shit and they keep getting better and better and better with what they're doing. Shout out to Paris Corner. So again, shout out to Aroma Concepts. That's where all these bottles came from, except for like one of them. I think Milano Prive I bought from Fragrance Buy a while back. Aside from that, everything else came from them. They're linked down below if you want to check them out. Again, you don't have to buy nothing to watch the video. It's just there if you want to do some shopping. Make sure to like and subscribe if you leave. We'll see you on the next one.